Greetings, everyone. Welcome. It's Friday at the tail end of the Kaldheim draft format, and that means one thing you know, and another thing maybe you don't know, but this is our last Kaldheim chat gauntlet. This is it for now. Maybe we'll do it on if it comes back later, but as the main set, this is it. Our last one, and I have a solid lead on chat. Looks like I got a 5-win lead overall in the format, meaning that, or maybe I shouldn't do, math is hard. I'll just trust Hat and say that if chat wins 6 times today, they win the format. If I can come up with even 2 wins, just a couple of wins, I at least secure my dominance over chat. Dominance is a strong word for a couple win lead or whatever, but I win the format. It's a fun little final goal for us here, and I like that it's close. There's no runaway leads. I can't sit my starters this week. I've got to play hard and take it home here. So that's what I'm looking to do. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us today. For those of you who have not been part of this event or seen what's going on here, we are drafting, but I'm drafting against chat on MTGAdraft.tk, a website created by our friend Senryoko to do some off-client drafting, which you can then import into or export into the MTGA client, and then you can use the friend challenge system, if you can get it to work, to battle out your games in Arena. So you get a full-on in-pod drafting experience for no gems, no gold. You get to play with people you like or you don't like if you want to beat them up. I like everybody here, though. It's my chat. They're coming for me, though. If they can win 4 times, they get to beat their chests as the champions of the week. If they win 5 or 6 times, well, they win 5 times, we go shopping. If they win 6 times, they win the format and we go super shopping. They win 7 times, then we talk haircut, and we'll cross that bridge should we come to it. But I'm looking to get at least 1 win today and make you stare at this beauty for a little while longer. I don't like this much either, but it does get my hair out of the way, and then I'm going to figure out whether you all win any control over it or not. I do intend to seek a haircut in like the next month or so. After I get my second shot. That's another thing I mentioned, I think, pre-spiel here. I'm going to be taking Monday off and probably Tuesday off, because Monday I get my second Pfizer shot. Tuesday I expect to be down with flu-like symptoms, and then Wednesday we'll be doing the preview stream of Strixhaven. So really looking forward to that. If I'm feeling good enough on Tuesday, we'll do a short session to just kind of review what we know about the format and plan our approach for the preview stream. But other than that, we're going to take it as it comes. And if you want to plan your approach for crushing competition at the kitchen table or the upcoming FNM you're going to go to, the world is starting to reopen a little too quickly out there. Can you hold off, people, until we're actually vaccinated? Just because we're getting vaccinated doesn't mean we all actually are. We do need to still show some discipline while we actually get there, everybody. So hang in there, get there, and then you're going to be looking around for things to do outside of your home. Late 2021 is going to be the half year of doing stuff outside your home, and that could include a lot of magic at your local game shop. So arm yourself via cardkingdom.com and do it via my affiliate link. Let them know you got there from here, and they are going to take care of you so well if you do that. And if you do that via the links and let them know you got there from here, it helps keep me on the air, and we get to do more gauntlets, right? The world goes round. That's the plan. All right, now I'm going to hop over to left monitor here and just tweak this just a little bit. There we go. And looks like we got our 8 competitors. And this is it, gang. One last time to show we know what we're doing when it comes to Kaldheim draft. Will we be snow? Will we be aggro? I don't know. Let's find out. So, opening pack. What leaps out at me? Glimpse the Cosmos is an excellent card if you end up with any kind of giant plan. Replicating Ring is a snow producer that can help you on the snow plan, ramp, fix, and snow all at once. Raptor is a go-to for Boros aggro or just base white aggro. I'm kind of on Glimpse here, a little over Raptor, but really I want to head right into an archetype, so I'm kind of on Glimpse, Raptor, or Ring. But Glimpse as a place to start makes sense to me. Don't know what anybody else thinks about that. Checking with chat. But really, it's whether or not I want to just go on early Raptor. Maybe we wheel the Shield Mate if we take the Raptor. And there's a lot to be said for the aggro plan. But Glimpse is so strong if we can get there. Let's start on the Glimpse and see if we can't hook it up. But as usual, or as I try to, we won't marry the Glimpse. We'll see what cards come our way. Masked Vandal is the only really relevant mono green in the pack besides the land itself, just noting where the green is here. Since green, blue, snow, with green and blue having a lot of shapeshifters, it can do the giant thing even if you don't have a lot of the actual word giant on your cards. We're going to search elsewhere for greatness. And we could, another replicating ring. Could just take a ring. Provoke is medium. It goes to the face, which is cool. Everybody has like one story about using the +5/+0 to win a game, but mostly you're spending 4 to deal 3, and that's pretty good. But really, it's the uncommons are interesting, and then the rest are pretty weak. Gladewalker is a green giant. Works with Glimpse. I think I'm on Replicating Ring, though. Or Provoke. Yeah, I think it's one of the uncommons. And I can even take Port, but I don't want to start on a Dimir card. I think it's probably Provoke or Ring, with Gladewalker not quite being good enough here. So Provoke is interesting. I mean, Glimpse, you could argue, is a blue-red card. In that blue-red is the giant color, so we could take the Glimpse, but it's just not that impressive. Yeah, I'm on Ring with Comrade. I think I'm going to take the Ring. But this is removal, and I might regret not... I was like, oh, remember when I passed that Provoke, and now we have, like, no interaction? That happens to me sometimes, but I do love me the Ring here. Teamer Giants, Snow Giants. Yeah, we might wheel Hulk out of the first pack. That would be good. We think everyone in this pod has a face hat. But don't be face ableist. Bergie? Bergie pretty solid here. Maybe we wheel a Bind. The Chasm, looks good as a snow duel. But Bergie, clear choice here to me. Nothing else really close. Well, yeah, you can really search for your greatness now. I mean, I can see that, like, when I called this card, like, basically unplayable or not good, somebody in YouTube comments was talking about how they had, quote, made it work. And it's like, yeah, I mean, this doesn't do nothing. Like, this Search of Greatness does have a floor that's not, like, embarrassing. I mean, scrying 1 every turn for 2 mana over a long game is going to eventually make up that value. It's just that if you're up against aggro, it's not going to make it up in time. And... but you can also imagine it actually working. Like, wow, I'm dumping stuff for super cheap. But the trouble is the times it's working just are not consistent and powerful enough to be worth the times that it is seriously underperforming. Yeah, I mean, see, even PV, like, there you go. Magic is tough. You get somebody like Paulo, one of the top players of all time, still uncertain about where that card lands as he tried it out early, right? Lot of red here. I think of the red that we want, though, it's probably just the mountain. We can still start leaning towards some snow here with Bergie and the ring. Glimpse, again, likes red as a heavy giant color in red. So yeah, I don't love the format making me pick basic lands, pick 4, but seems correct. Yeah, that pack was terrible. People keep saying about every pack we're looking at. So I'm actually pretty happy with what we've got so far, given the light quality of the packs. Bergie being there third was a big deal, because the pack was extra bad after the Bergie. Well, let's see. What or can we wheel? I don't think we can wheel anything out of this pack that's going to matter. If we do, wow. But Trickery's not playable. I mean, we get one. Yeah, that pack is just too empty. And then we get a Mistwalker over Ice Tunnel. Ice Tunnel is again calling my name a little bit, but we do have a couple of snow manas already. And Mistwalker is super right on plan. Get in our deck, Mistwalker. All right, I'm liking this start. Yeah, we're wheeling Trickery. That's the thing. We're just not going to take it. So I was going to count, like, if you took away all the, how many, what are the worst end cards in the pack? I think they're all unplayable. Would this deck play Kinseekers? Sure. I mean, it's a giant. We're looking to get more giants. We're hoping to be giant-y for the Glimpse. So, I mean, it's a little early to tell, but I would hope that this is a Kinseekers deck by the end. Now we got a bunch of medium cards to kind of sift through here. Run Ashore is pretty reasonable as a top end for a giant deck. You can clear out a couple of blockers and alpha. You can rescue your stuff out from under enchantment removal and replay your Berg Striders. Snakeskin Veil is maybe the second. Way Down is interesting, but we're kind of not there. So yeah, Giant Ox is not a thing for me here. I think we just take Run Ashore and see how it goes. Robber, I barely see anymore. It's not completely unplayable, but I'm sad if I'm running it. So I'm going to take Run Ashore, which I am not sad if I'm running one. Best playable permanent 2-drop for red-blue giants. Is it the Cav? I mean, if you're talking about low rarity, maybe, but I bet if we looked deeper into the uncommons, rares, and mythics, we might find something. Snow-covered mountain to continue building up snow mountains. We can take Crush the Weak and start building more around that. Right now, we have 2 creatures. They both survive Crush the Weak. Yeah, I kind of like taking Crush the Weak here and building around it a little bit and trying to keep above 2 toughness where we can. But Snow-Covered Mountain, also an appealing option. And note the feed. This Feed the Serpent is about to be available 8th. And we're not taking it. I mean, I could, but I don't want to be blue-black per se. I'd rather take the Crush. Yeah, it is a late-ish feed, but I think it's a sign of where black is at and where 4-mana removal is at. You got to spend 4 mana to take out their Raptor. You're not feeling very good. So, would love to make this Crush work over the long haul here. And on that front, I think I'm going to take the bind here, and that gives us some early action, early defense. Raven Wings, pretty late Raven Wings. But I'm going to take the interaction. Although I think we're wheeling one of these as well. Maybe we do take the wings if we think we're going to wheel one of these. Elderfang Disciple here. I would take the bind, though. I'll take the interaction. Thing is, wings is like interaction for flyers, right? Raven's Warning. Not unplayable. We are in blue, and we have a replicating ring. We could, like, splash that, but this wasn't even that amazing in the dedicated blue-white flyer deck we had. Thought Thief, grudgingly playable, but I'm going to take the Forest. Take the Snowland. We're not really green yet, but we're not even really red yet. We just have the Crush. So all we know is we're blue, and both green and red are good snow colors along with blue. So I'm liking picking up Teamer lands. And here, not much for us. We'll grab a Mammoth Growth and hope not to run it. But we had bad early packs, so not really expecting to see much late, given that we didn't even like what was in these packs the first time around. Desperation Raven Form could be a thing. Do we search for greatness? I'll take a Raven Form as hope not to play it. In fact, I'm going to put it in the sideboard right now. I like Raven Form more as a sideboard card. Like we played in a best of 3 situation where our opponent had Coma, and yeah, we brought in Raven Form. But that's where I like to do it, where I've identified something that I really can't beat otherwise. Yeah, we can put Growth in the sideboard. We're not really looking to play that if we can help it. Frostpeak Yeti is not the answer I'm looking for of how do we win this game, but it is an answer, and it does survive Crush the Week, so we're going to grab it and be happy we have a playable, at least at this point in the draft. Skull Raid and Recruiter being here with 3 cards left shows where the table thinks black is. And I'm going to Mammoth Growth again. Maybe we're in a world where we pump Giants till we get there. And here's that Vault Robber I didn't want to play before. In fact, I'm going to cut it again and try not to play it, and we'll see. Vorinclex is an answer to what's our other color. Struggle is here. Behold is here. Morite of the Frost. Super interesting for this deck. But Vorinclex, I mean, even as a 6/6 trample haste for 6 is kind of fine. And then if you do anything else with it, it's really interesting. And don't sleep on Oppo not getting to do the counter stuff they want. The fact that it kind of turns off counter production on like sagas. You ever had someone play a saga into your Vorinclex? Hee hee. Anyway, I'm going to take Vorinclex over some other great options here. Amulet, Morite, Struggle, Behold. All of these are great, and I would love to wheel one of them. We'll see. I'm not going to hold my breath, but Amulet I could see wheeling if nobody else is heavy blue. Maya, quite the powerful uncommon, but we're really nowhere near the double white needed for that. So I think we're going to bank back. No blue here except the Yeti. That's unfortunate. Was hoping we cut the blue so hard we would get some blue hookup. Pack might just not have it. So now we can take a Cav. It doesn't really go well with this Vorinclex, which I would like to try and play now that I've grabbed it. But also, I don't like taking a snow-covered mountain over the Cav at this point. And Maya, tempting, but just the double white keeps me off of Maya here. So we will take the Cav. But we're heavy blue, double green, and early red, so we're getting some tension here that's not healthy for the deck's consistency, but we'll see where we end up. It's possible I just have to let Vorinclex go, but I wasn't going to pass it there if we can lean into it and make this our top end. It's not the most busted mythic in limited, but it does some serious stuff, and then it does it some more. Arnie Slays is in the teamer spectrum, and the only thing we're looking at over it would be something like Rune of Might, Snow-Covered Forest, or Recluse. And I think we're going to be teamery enough. Like, we're probably 2-color splashing a third. Probably, I think I take the Arnie Slays. Doomscar. Might want to take that for hate drafting, but we got a Glittering Frost and a Shimmerdrift Veil. I think I'll take the Shimmerdrift Veil. Reflections can have some amazing turns, but it's still the setup cost. It's just its floor. The floor of Reflections is just too low for me to want to get on board. Shimmerdrift Veil over the Doomscar, given that we're looking to be 3-color here. I think I got to take the Shimmerdrift Veil. But yeah, exactly. We have to remember that when we face a white deck, they could have the Doomscar. I would like to find us some Icehide Trolls. Icehide Trolls can activate to survive a Doomscar. Wrong type of Snowland might be why it's here. There's a bind. There's also just some beef. I think I go with the bind over the beef. Yeah, Stroke for Doomscar is also worth considering. That's fair. Tuesday. Maybe first Stroke over second bind is reasonable over generic beef. I mean, the Outrider's fine. What do you think of the Stroke idea, Charge? Probably Outrider or Stroke over second bind, but now I'm kind of liking the idea of having a Stroke available. Yeah, I know. It's not generally a high pick, but we do know something very specifically that's good in our deck that this is great against. Let's take beef first. I think we can get Strokes later as well. Maybe we'll have a choice between bind and Stroke when those come around on the wheel. Guardian Gladewalker is a giant. It does die to crush the weak, but we can throw a counter somewhere else and then let it die to crush the weak. We can just take another Replicating Ring and really help us ensure to be able to play all 3 of these teamer colors. And it ramps us to Vorinclex. I think I'm going to take the ring. The Gladewalker is tempting. So is Kinseeker's, really. But yeah, kind of works with Vorinclex too. But I think Replicating Ring is a glue type piece for this deck. I like that we can end up playing 16 land and 2 rings and have the Hand Smoother help us, but not feel like we are dangerously low on mana. In fact, we'll have 18 sources if we can get to 3. Yeah, it's true. Ring kind of works with Klexi. We can double it. We can get to those 8 rings real quick. The trouble is you get to the 8 rings and it's like, okay, we did it. Now what? Anybody? What do we do now? We got all this mana. Like, well, you got any card draw? Another Mammoth Growth is not going to matter to us here. We can take a Combat Trick Creature or a Combat Trick Aura. We'll take the Combat Trick Aura, even though it's pretty weak. Then we need a Mana Sink for the rings. Now here's that Reflection again. Getting some duplicate rares. Another ring. Trips ring. Come on, I got it. Now I can take it and really be Lord of the Rings. Horizon Seeker is pretty sweet though. So is Mentor, frankly. But I'm going to be whatever. I'm ringing it up, man. Ring the bell. Struggle comes back. Love it. I want that Snow Forest, but we did pick up 3 snow replicating rings for snow mana, so we should be good on snow mana, and we're going to take Struggle for Skemfar. Look at you, Tolkien nerds. I love you, Tolkien nerds. 3 rings means we're elves. Ugh. Another Frost Peak or another Mammoth Growth? Don't think we're doing... I mean, we have all the Mammoth Growths we need. We'll take another Frost Peak and hope not to play it. Snakeskin Veil for some interaction, or I think we just need to get creatures. Undersea Invader, nothing special. Nothing special. But we do have... we don't have a lot of creatures. Snakeskin Veil is more interaction, and I think we just need to build up our beef a little bit. Even though, in the abstract, Undersea Invader is a lot worse than a Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, we needed like Frostpeak Yeti could have been like 1 in a snow. Frostpeak Yeti gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked this turn. It'd be interesting if this were just a little better, like on that form. Let it close out the game faster. I don't know if any of our opponents care about any of this. We'll take an Effigy and not play it. We'll take an Arachnoform and not play it. Strategic planning is something to do on 2. Right now it's making the cut. We hope to kill it before the end of the draft. Same with Roots of Wisdom, except worse. It's in our colors, but it's not good, so we're not taking this rare. Ice Tunnel, if this were a teamer duel, I would grab it, but it's not a teamer duel. I think we just take Finn, get some early defense, and technically an alt win con. Frostpire, interesting too, but I'm going to try and wheel the Frostpire. Hope that nobody else is in blue-red specifically. We'll see. This isn't a super strong pack, so I can't really count on anything wheeling, but I would take Firewalker or Frostpire. Don't want another Frostpeak Yeti, but we'll see. I just don't think we're going to wheel anything out of this. Yeah, there's some synergy there with Fangbearer and Vorinclex. We've invested a lot of picks in rings and other things that aren't creatures, so we're pretty creature light, and we need to keep that in mind here. Focus on creatures, barring nonsense good stuff. Yeah, somebody checked the unplayable rares box, I think. I don't know why Senryoku put that feature in, but somebody accidentally checked it. Hey! Hey! I like a Burgie, I like a Behold, but I like another Wrath effect. We're going to take that. Here I am saying, creatures, 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 pass Burgie, take Wrath effect. But, you know, I did say creatures unless something basically stupid. And let me tell you, Battle of Frost and Fire is pretty stupid. Too bad to pass a Burgie and a Behold. Would love either of those in this pile. But we took the right card. Replicating rings also accelerate us into that wrath if we want to do that. Pathway is good fixing. Mirror Lake is good effect, though. And we do have the triple ring. So I'm going to take the Mirror Lake and go for power land over utility land. Wouldn't mind this forest either. Morite is all right. And Icebreaker Kraken. We didn't get there. This is snow lands, not snow permanents. So the replicating rings would help us ramp to this. They don't reduce the cost. So we're going to happily take them. I learned to pronounce this and then forgot. It was Morite, right? Morite? Darn it. Pronunciations. I try. We're going to take that, though. Ice-Eyed Troll is talking about wanting to get one of these. Happy to get one. Yeah, I've played Kraken once, I think even on stream, and we had, or maybe it wasn't, maybe it was an offline deck, but it totally was legit. I had like 13 or 14 snowlands. It was actively good. The rest of the deck was pretty medium because I had to spend so many picks on snowlands. Svella. Oh, Svella, you are a sight for these sore eyes. Get in our deck right now. I was saying, take creatures unless we get some insano nonsense. Instead, we got an insano nonsense on a creature. Yeah, I'm surprised Svella was there that late. Pick 5, but... Or was that pick 6? 5 or 6, either one. Looks like at this point, maybe not playing the cavalry, and red being very much a splash, and this is fundamentally a blue-green deck, splashing a little red. Rootless U fetches us a Vorinclex, so I'm in for that. Second copy of Vorinclex. Get in our deck. Not a clean second copy, of course. It needs to die. Sometimes it'll get bound by the monster. It'll get bound or something and it doesn't die. But if it does die, you got what I need. Outrider for more generic beef. We have a pretty thick 5 slot now, actually. So maybe this isn't like great for us, but I don't want another miss or a strategic planning. So we'll take the Outrider and think about it if it belongs. You gotta get an altar done for that stuff, for your parody cards. All right, Frostpire did come back. We got 3 wrath effects in the deck. 2 of them are 2 damage. One of them is 4 damage. Yeah, there was a Masked Vandal we passed early in pack 1, but really haven't seen one since. Unfortunately, this table of players knows what's up with Masked Vandals. More Mammoth Growths that we can't effectively use, and a Frost Augur that's just not good enough. Maybe we're hate drafting here. Skull Raid, Priest. I mean, if somebody ended up in black, they're going to have at least a density of the best black has to offer. I'm going to take Priest as a pretty good combo card for the black decks if they're in black snow. And we have seen a lot of black snowlands too. I'll take Broken Wings over a Snakeskin Veil main, I think. But we'll see about that. I don't know if we're meaning that. How many lands we got? Yeah. Got a couple cuts to make still. Oh, we're not playing this though. So yeah, we're close to. Oh, depart the realm over like strategic planning. I'll at least take it and we'll see. Cut maybe one Yeti, but I like one. If since we don't have super clean answers to how we're winning, except sweepers work. If our sweepers don't get there, Frostpeak Yeti can win us a game. Shieldmate's super late here. Makes me scared for the white deck if Shieldmates are making it this far. Harold's Revenge. I'd rather cut Village Rights if anybody to my left is drafting black. Another strategic planning to not run. I'm trying to not run either of them. So let's see. There's a Broken Wings we could add. We got these strategic plannings and like a Mammoth Growth, you know, if we wanted some other interaction. But I think we want to go 16 plus all plus the rings for all of our mana. Our creature count in deck right now. Snow creatures 5, creatures 7. Is that 12? Must be 12. Really not bad, all things considered. I was afraid we were even worse off than that. Yeah, we could play Effigy on the strength of it being able to survive Crush and the Frostpire, but it's not really necessary. I think I'm fine with light creatures given the interaction and power level we have. Being light on creatures, the biggest danger is getting overwhelmed by an early rush, and we have Crush the Weak, and well, Frostpire is much tougher to pull off quickly, but between Crush the Weak battle and Frostpire, we can survive that early rush. So I'm gonna float this for you. Maybe like I think Depart is one of our questionable cards. Mists is pretty down there in terms of power level. Frostpeak Yeti called out as pretty weak. Grizzled Outrider, we have 2 of them, and we're pretty thick at 5, so I would throw this over here in consideration as well. And then I would say, do we want to cut any of these 4 to like add any of this stuff? You know, we got some stuff we could add here. I'm going to take a quick bio break while you ponder that question, and then we'll finish up the deck and get to playing. Okay, hang tight. All right, what do you think? Is this an Arnie deck? It's not an optimal Arnie deck by any stretch, no. But a late Arnie with any of our... I mean, our creatures are of reasonable size, so by the time we are playing Arnie, we should be able to fight something. And in desperation, getting some mana and pumping up some smaller creature is not something you want to play, but as a floor of the card, we can accept, I think. But I understand that it's not at peak utility here. Undersea Invader seems unnecessary, but again, we don't have much top end. It's not great, but also we can on battle. It's a it's something to cast on chapter 3 of battle. The only giant synergy really is the glimpse, so it's not even like we need more giants. But I suppose, like, if we were to cut something, maybe it's not, we don't cut the Grizzled Outrider. We could cut the Invader and bring back bring back Outrider number 2. Isn't there a second Outrider? Where'd the second Outrider go? Is it in there? Do we not end up with the second one? I swear we did. Am I just not seeing it? Or did I miss... Oh, here it is. Sorry, it was in the corner of things we were considering cutting. Yeah. So we could put Undersea Invader here with that pile as well. Cut everything that dies to Frost and Fire? I don't think so. I don't want to put early red in. I mean, we can cut Depart as a pretty medium card and bring in like a Broken Wings instead. But I'm not adding early red. I want like Svelet and Crush to be the earliest red that we really want to play. So, and yeah, Effigy seems too underwhelming to me. I can't bring myself to do it. And I don't know, this is good enough, I think. Some underwhelming bottom end, but some really nice top end, and we'll see how it goes. Back to the client. Thanks, Hat. Elf Lords. Give me the Tolkien 3 rings for the elves joke that makes the most sense. What's the line from the poem about elves? We have to get super Tolkien-y and make it right about that specific line. And we've got sleeves for Mama. I'll take care of that before I forget. Prize sleeves. Mama loves to redeem the Lotus sleeves that chat bought with their 6-1 victory over me in the past. False advertising is what I aim for in my deck names. So let's see. I'm going to cut the basics here and we'll figure that out. So red is a bit of a splash, but we do want to get Svella out reasonably. But replicating rings just go a long way to helping with the red. Like, if we're willing to play our red spells after turn 3, which is why I don't want to play red spells that come out before 3. Obviously, Svella and Crush could be played on 3, and Svella ideally on 3. But really, the ring setting up for red down the road helps us get our red sources up, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's just like a natural 6 red sources for a splash, and that's pretty great. 3 rings for the Elven Kings under the sky. Well, there you go. It's under the sky, right? That is sneaky. Elf Circus is pretty good. Doomscar, I like that too. 3-ring circus. I get it. Dad jokes abound around here today. All right, so I like the 7 red we've got, and then green and blue. If we don't count the rings on green and blue, what do we get? We would get 1, 2 green and 2 blue. So then we go. We have 11 slots left, and we want a little bit more green or a little bit more blue. Maybe a little bit more blue because of the glimpse. Thank you for the sub. Let's go for Theros. Oops, not 7. I want 6 of those. And then, let's see how that looks. 12 creatures, but basically all of them survive. In fact, literally all of them survive the even the 2 damage sweepers, so we're pretty set up on that front. And to do the land count again, we've got 6, 7, 8 natural blue plus the rings. We've got 5, 6, 7 natural green plus the rings. So still leaning a little bit on the rings, and we could get in a spot where we're failing to cast stuff early because we're waiting to get to a ring. But I do like that we're getting to rings, and we got a lot of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things that we're ostensibly ramping to with a 3-mana rock. That's a lot. One of the problems with the 3-mana rocks in limited is that often you're just not ramping to enough. But here we've got a nice 8 things that we're trying to get to faster. So the ring should be decent here. And I'm going to put the ring as the deck box. That only makes sense. Thanks for the sub there, DC. Using the Amazon Prime. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime and you haven't linked it to your Twitch, you're missing out on shipping around a free sub a month to your favorite streamers. That is subscription. You do not get to send sandwiches to your favorite streamers just because you are a Prime member. But I like it. I didn't even start Nissa in some of those games, Robert. Nissa was fine when she showed up, but we won without her plenty. You can't hurt me with your mean words. All right, it's time to play. I'm going to challenge my first round opponent here, and that is Lunatics. Thanks, Robert. Nissa sure didn't hurt, but the deck really came together. Oh, wow. No free memes for you. Sorry. Yeah. That I remember Nissa called that deck Runaway Bride by the end. All right, we got something to foretell on 2. And then with any land, we at least have a curve out from 4. So 2, question mark, 4, 5, 6. Well, we'll see. We're keeping. All right, another thing we could foretell instead. I should par pull this. How do you think I'm going to do today? Let's see. Are there 2 drops that we might want to use struggle with next turn? We have, hey, look. This doesn't always work, but my Untapped GG is actually looking at my deck contents in a challenge match. Good job, Untapped GG, folks. So if we drew specifically Finn, it could be good to have the struggle foretold. So I'm going to do it. I mean, I don't think we're firing off Crush the Week next turn or anything. And if we draw Finn, I look like a genius. Nope. This is where, see, like we had, I would love a replicating ring here, and we could ramp to the 5. Instead, we are doing nothing but foretelling again, but at least we have some mana to spend. I'm glad that foretell allows us to do something here in this early game where we're not impacting the board much. Frostpeak, pretty underwhelming 4-drop as well, but with struggle behind, maybe we can use it effectively on 5. Pilfering Hawk could eat some damage, but right now it's just Yeti, see what happens. Out of coffee. But it was so delicious. That is so cool that Hunter Pence and his wife are into coffee enough to have a company, have a brand. I love it. I can't wait to try it. For those of you who don't know, I won the Hunter Pence Sweatsuit Invitational and didn't realize until the finals that win came with a coffee prize. They're even going to send me some green coffee to roast myself. My troll. So we could struggle for Skemfar to get the Icehide Troll while shields are down. It's likely that if we let Lunatics on tap, they're going to keep snow mana up for the Icehide Troll. But we can also... Yeah, I really like getting this counter on something. And the other problem here is if we do this trick of using the Frostpeak and the struggle to kill the Icehide Troll right now, we don't spend any of our other mana. And that seems real bad to me. So I'm going to play the Rootless U, and if it dies into... we get a Vorinclex. That sounds good. Yeah, they look like little cranberries, right? These colors aren't exactly the color of Rootless U dying. Fight cards could do that. Combat trades could do that. I mean, we could even block and go hunting for our Vorinclex now, but I'm just going to say no blocks and be willing to race here. The story of coffee's origins are really interesting. As I understand it, basically Ethiopian goat farmers noticed their goats eating these berries and then getting all frisky, running around, high energy. You're like, huh, what are those goats eating? Just as I said, that's the trouble with the Rootless U against these colors. You don't always get your desired result. But here, Well, we don't have snow yet, which is really unusual. I mean, we don't have huge snow amounts, but we have like 4 snow lands in the 3 rings. So 7 sources to get snow is leaving us a little high and dry here. We want some precipitation and don't. We can just wait and invade under sea, flash that in. I mean, I'm not blocking with Outrider or anything, although Outrider does Stonewall and Icehide Troll on 1 activation. But this maxes mana. I'll just max mana for now. Very not sexy. This is really kind of a 5/6 for 6. The flash does very little unless you have other flash. Like if you have other, the way this becomes useful is when you have things you might want to do instead, but really we're not there. The only benefit is like, haha, you didn't know we were gonna have a 5/6 next turn, did you? Let's note the uncommon land here. For 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 total lands required, mana, to mill 4 and return a creature tapped. Right now, they don't have much for that. Espresso martinis? No. I've not tried that. But I'm not one for hard liquor, so... No snow, no red. Our mana is being a pain in the butt here, if we're honest. But I can still Outrider and fight. And we can do a decent job of racing here. Well, non-brown liquor was barely below... It was barely above brown liquor on my list anyway. I do like coffee as an ingredient in other dishes. I mean, coffee ice cream is great, although even now, like, I'm so sensitive to burnt coffee. Like, I get annoyed at burnt coffee ice cream. Like, yeah, this is okay, but the coffee in this ice cream is burnt. That's an interesting idea. It even puts a counter on it, though, so it wouldn't work because this becomes a 4/3 indestructible. This becomes a 6/5 and they just bounce. So it doesn't even really accomplish anything to do that. But I like your idea of thinking about that as a possibility. They discard an Avalanche Caller. Looks like it, but not much snow land. Yeah, that's interesting though. What could this be if Avalanche Caller is not good enough, right? So I'm going to struggle away the Frost Peak at least. And we'll have a couple of creatures that can attack through single activation Icehide. Yeah, Italian roast is just burnt coffee. It's French roast and Italian roast are fancy names for burnt. Well, if it's blood on the snow, yeah, maybe I should really be worried about this discard and like what we're playing around. But I'm going to go for the Yeti. I think there is a Broken Wings in the deck, yeah. I haven't done your AMA yet, Queen. Sorry. Maybe I'll touch on it today. Honestly, I feel like I haven't done my homework, but maybe we can do our homework together. I'm going to send you like here. Here's the article I was going to read to help answer your question. So I'll say this. Maybe I don't get to your question today, but you should check out this article because this is someone smarter at Magic than me basically answering your question. So this attack, given Lunatics at 12 and us with all of this attacking power does suggest we're about to face a Wrath. So that's too bad, because it means it's going to leave the Icehide Troll standing if they go indestructible and then like Blood in the Snow. Do they have the double black? I guess they can't. It's tricky to make the Icehide Troll. Oh yeah, they have just enough, because they can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 1, 2, 3, 4 snow sources. So pump Icehide Troll, make it indestructible, Blood on the Snow makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we do get to follow up with Vorinclex. So feels like that's what this is. I'm going to block here to at least prevent the damage, but I think we're getting wrathed here. I think Blood on the Snow is the perfect call, and fully explains why you'd pitch something as good as the Avalanche Caller. This is interesting though, like, yeah, no, you can still do it and then still get, but this only does, now they're on 1 black though, so actually maybe we dodged it. If it is Blood on the Snow, they can't do it. Did we just accidentally play around Blood in the Snow? I mean, did we totally on purpose play around Blood in the Snow? Yeah, and also Glittering Frost tricks me, because a lot of these lands historically produce 2 of anything or 2 of the same color, and this doesn't do that. We're going to send in here, get them to 1, and not get them to 0, unfortunately. But again, if it is Blood in the Snow, they're going to have to go for it, and that's going to give us Vorinclex as a hasty winner. No, we didn't see a Blood on this. We didn't like pass one. It's just a read based on how this game is playing. Very specifically, the pitching of the Avalanche Caller and the sending of an Icehide Troll into a 6/6. It just all felt like Blood in the Snow. Now they can do it though, because now what you do is, oh no, it's still tough. You can attack for 2 after combat, make all your snow mana, including 2 black, spend 2 of it on the Icehide Troll, and then do the Blood on the Snow. But if that's what Lunatics is up to, we win, because we're gonna get our Vorinclex and win. Well, I guess well, maybe not win. I guess we have trample, so it depends on what they get back here. Dun, dun.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Nice read on the Blood. And now, yeah, let's. This is not over yet in terms of, it's over for you getting access to my hair this week, but a 6-0 run from chat still wins the format. I'm going to stop you, though. Quantum Optics, a.k.a. Pablo YT, is up next. Lunatics, do you want me to time out D for you? Just let me know. You know I will. Good luck, Pablo. All right, this looks fine. Glimpse on 2 into Ring on 3 into Strider on 4 if we find any land from here. Excellent typo, lunatics. Yeah, we were talking about exactly that. You'll see on the, like, I was working through it and like, oh, wait! Lunatics isn't going to be able to do it. Scurry. Scary to see that aggro card. We get a glimpse to help us build towards our solutions. And I love this struggle, but we don't have green yet, and we need one more land. I mean, you could make a case for just trying to find the land naturally. We do have Replicating Ring. What do you think? Are you going to be greedy and take the struggle, or grown up and take the forest? It's not even that greedy, I think, because of the ring. We just need to find a land in the next 3 draws? 2 draws. No, 3 draws, right? Because we have 1 next turn. No, 2 draws. Yeah, 2 draws for a land. And it's red aggro, where struggle's going to be good. I'm going to take the struggle. I mean, we even have Ice Hide Troll as a backup plan if we don't find land number 4. Interesting. Well, we can go Mistwalker, struggle, but we don't have the full mana for it. We can, let's go, well, this is just going to get equipped up, right? So I like Frost Peak here to max the mana, and then we can struggle for full cost next turn if we want, if we have to. Although that's a trade as well if they equip up. So maybe it's even Mistwalker anyway, because then if we struggle next turn, we get a 2/5 that fights a 4/2. Yeah, Misty Glimpse. Sorry, I forgot Glimpse. That's a great play. I was going to do this anyway and leave a mana unspent, but Glimpse makes this no-brainer, really. In fact, we might find now we played a 3rd land, right? So we can go look for that land again. And we can be greedy again if we want. We got a Svella. Svella makes land. I'm going to be greedy again. I mean, we have a plan even if we don't find the land. No blocks here. This suggests the lack of a quip, and the still attacking into a 1/4 screams run amok for 1, or possibly Jarl. Jarl could come down and take out the Mistwalker. We're not blocking. I'm just observing the things it could be. If there's a Foretell right now, it could very well be Jarl. 4/3. Interesting. What about... We can still do the struggle on Faithful, and then Cardor we can get with a bind. What other options do we have? We could bind and play Ice Hide Troll and just try and trade Ice Hide Troll off for the Faithful. Getting a little punished for my greed here. We haven't found that 4th land, and we've declined 2 chances to get it through library searching. We had our reasons, though, and I still like our situation. We can't do that. I'm gonna send the Walker anyway. We kind of have to, right? Yeah, Svella Bind makes some sense. I like Svella Bind. Binding Cardor does leave the drain ability on board, but it's not a super oppressive one to leave on board. Ouch. Also, while this isn't a color that gets rid of enchantments, this is a color that sacks for value. So this Doomscourge could easily end up being sacked for some value here. Some value. That's a pretty value attack. We're losing 9 to 26. It's a blowout. Except that's not how Magic works. Take these broken wings and kill the faithful when it attacks into Svella. That's one plan. We could also just fight right now, although that open mana is scary. Don't love playing into the open mana. What are we doing if not? Yeah, you think it's just Jarl? Jarl would get it done, though. Jarl would indeed get it done. Makes me want to just drop a Yeti and be willing to block the Faithful with it. That's fine. Let's do that and send in. Yeah, maybe they foretold a Jarl. Like, Somewhat risky at 9 to only leave one defender back. That's what I'm worried about too. I'll send the Mistwalker only. And if the Yeti gets killed, we have to be willing to offer Svella for a Faithful. But I don't like trying to do fight tricks into this open mana and cards. That doesn't make any sense. The only thing we could do, we could like hold the Broken Wings to reduce this, but I think they got something else in hand that makes this a good attack. Since we saw a underpowered creature attack into a bigger creature already, they're really screaming that they've got something. So I'm going to drop the Yeti and hope that we offer that, but failing that, might have to offer Svella. What was I saying about sack value? Tough. And also, nobody seemed to be into black. Like, black seemed like maybe one person was drafting it. So we expect Quantum Optics, Pablo here, to have lots of good black cards. All right, we get our block and show us what you got move. I'm just glad Svella is around. A lot of value for Pablo in this game, but we have the tools to overcome it still. And a land doesn't hurt here. We can Burgy down something. Burgy down Productions. I think we just want to get the Skemfar now, though. And that means struggle with no other value. We could Svella for 1, 2, 3. We'd have 3 if we Svela'd up a pillar, and with 3 we could then Broken Wings. But that's not good enough. We're gonna take out this Avenger, and I'm gonna do that with struggle right now. I have the overlay on. Let's see if it needs attention to. Oh, maybe I restarted. I had it on yesterday, and then I guess I got restarted. Overlay should be coming. Do we want the counter on the Mistwalker or the Svella? I think the Mistwalker, since Svella we might want to be. We want less We want to get Mistwalker into combat, not Svella, and also allows us to grow the Mistwalker better, like do the power toughness thing on Mistwalker more effectively. And I kind of like sending Svella, but again, we're in a spot where if we're forced to block the Faithful with Svella, we would. So I'm going to be super conservative here and give us 2 blockers back against Faithful with the Helm. And then maybe chaining some Bergstriders together will get us back in it. So this is tough, but we do get to Bergie it a couple turns in a row. If we Replicating Ring, we don't have the maneuverability to do so, though. So let's Bergie now.
All right, everyone, chill.
And I'm going to risk it now since we have... I'm going to at least send Svella. I don't want to risk Bergie on a block. I'd risk Mistwalker on a block, but Bergie needs to be copied next turn. Oh yeah, I missed Svella. Here you go. You get that for free.
Hey, Stella! Can't you hear me yell?
Mistwalker trades for Faithful, or presumably if they attack with Faithful, Mistwalker trades for the trick, whether it's maybe it's a Demon Bolt, maybe it's a Jarl, maybe it's Run Amok. Regardless of what it is, we're going to find out now. But it's certainly not Suicidal Faithful. Well, the Faithful might be, but it must be Jarl. I don't like double block because we're afraid of Jarl, and then that allows him to kill Strider. One, two, three, four, five, six. If we spend 3, we would end up with 4 left, which is not enough for a this shapeshifter. Another Blood on the Snow milled? Doesn't look like it. All right, we're gonna pay Snow to cast it. I think that's how. Does that work that way? Well, we'll find out. Ah, okay. It's like it didn't work. Oh, and then there's the chain. It did work. So, offer the Bergie. Yes, we'll offer the Bergie. This Bergstrider stops this Jarl alone, and if we are desperate, we could block with Svella. But I'm going to assume that they're kind of out of their tricks. At least this Bergstrider blocks this Giant. The trample only gets 1 through. We can survive that. We may have a situation coming up where we Broken Wings to allow, like, Svella to eat a Jarl or something. Forced attacks is rough. Great raise from Pablo, and good on Pablo for finding the way open lane here. You know, I'm fine with a red-black deck. Icehide Troll is going to be some important defense here. Can we get it all done? We go... if we tap Svella for a Manalith, boom, we get 4. But then we still don't have what we want in terms of... what I want is an activated Icehide Troll on defense, since we're being forced to attack in here. But let's send... yeah, we can tap Svella for the Manalith to keep her from having to attack. I think Svella's... Surian just says we're mega dead, and maybe so. Maybe so. I think what we have to do, though, is... Can we... let's see. If we block the giant... yeah, we're just dead. No way to survive the crackback, I agree. I think we got by the raise. And there you go. Everybody's down on black, but Pablo found that everybody was down on black, scooped up late black goodness, and got us.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
Even split to open the day. That seems unusual. Usually somebody takes a whatever O lead. Pig meme incoming. All right. Gotta find it. Find the pig meme. There it is.
He's a big pig. Yup, yup. You can be a big pig too.
I'm not gonna do the red-black one. I don't have it hooked up, and I don't want to go digging right now. Sorry. Mama thinks she's going shopping today. She's like, you all thinking you're gonna get my hair because I'm O2. Dream on, Mama, dream on. Papa Get up next. Sing with me, sing for the year. We made that bed, Pablo. Or watch the replay. We took some risks. I actually had, when I did some of that glimpsing, I declined to take lands over spells, figuring basically, but if we had drawn any one land randomly off the top after that, I think we would have been in much better shape. But we certainly did make that bed and then lay upon it. This is tough. We don't have anything to don't have anything to foretell. We don't even have the third land for the ring. But if we get the third land for the ring, the hand does get unlocked. So I'm going to keep. But we could get stumble and get rolled over here. We'll find out. But I'm keeping this. All right, actually, this is a pretty weak removal spell, but it's interaction on 2 that will help keep us from getting rolled if Papa dumps hand here. That's my glimpse, Papa. I am the giant deck, not you. That's an insult. Yipe! Come on, deck. Deliver us a basic land, please. Not worth misting either of these. Gonna be greedy on that front, but boy, do we need ourselves a basic land here. One time, dealer. Using up by one time right now. One time, please. All right. Perfect. Resetting my one time. Now, okay. The one time is reset, and we're gonna play this ring. I lose count, but I always have one available. Unusual Kinseekers. Usually you're not elfing up a Kinseekers, but it got the job done. Thanks to the ramp, though, we can drop this Rootless U. Again, facing a color pair that may bind it down instead of killing it, but we have a run ashore that we can get it back with in that case, so we're going to drop the U. Yeah, here's one ring for one of the elves. We're a veritable Tolkien book here. Must be nice using my glimpses. Pop a draft in our lane, but looks like they have some white where we have red. Shimmerdrift Veil doesn't give us exactly the action we want. We could, let's send in the U though. If they double block, we can get a Mists. A Mists play and then just drop Svella after. And if not, we can decide maybe just go Veil Outrider. Or maybe we still go Svella, hold up Mists. All right, I think we kill the Spirit since it can get big, and then we throw the -3 here, and do we just have an 0-5 wall that we're dealing with? Could even have accepted the trade and gone and got our Vorinclex, but I feel like we'll let that trade. That trade will happen eventually, and in the meantime, we'll do other stuff. And no, we don't have any specific need for colored snow. You know, we don't have any of those payoffs that look at the color of snow mana you're using, so we can put this on anything we need more of. And I guess if we get our artifact destroyed, we'll be out of red. If we get it, we'll be out of double blue as well. But I think this is red or blue, given the ring. But we don't even have red cards in hand yet, and we do have double blue. So I'm going to choose blue under the assumption that we get our ring destroyed. What would we rather have? And right now, we'd rather have the blue. Svella Ice Shaper can make us a pillar that can get us red, but, you know, minor decision really, but at least talk through it. Man, these Sentinels are very playable, but they're also 1/2s for 1. You know, Papa powered out some stuff with the Sentinels, and now they're a little underpowered on the board. Doesn't mean they didn't pull their weight here, but they are not amazing. They just went from I barely see these. I don't see how or why I would play them to, okay, wait, now I see how this card has jobs. Like, your deck can have a job for the Jasper Sentinel, but because of its, ultimately because of its size, it's never going to be a major player, but it did absolutely graduate from, in my mind, I don't really see this card to, yeah, pay attention to when your deck needs a Sentinel because they can come around late. Run Ashore is an instant. That matters too, as we're sending in beef to potential double blocks. There's a glimpse that we can cast in a bit, but I'm going to start with the Rootless U attack and then decide what to do after that. Not bad if the chumping has begun. 6 mana, we can make a pillar and then have 4 mana. 4 mana doesn't really get us anything after that, though, so I'm not inclined to do that. I'm more inclined to just Outrider here, or Undersea Invade with Run Ashore available. I like Outrider now, though. Do we play a land this turn? We could also, if we didn't play a land this turn, we could glimpse, find a land, and play Outrider. But I can't remember now. If we do... It's a pretty big difference, although I guess if we... I'm going to do it. I don't think I played land yet. There's 6 out there, right? We've played every turn. I'm gonna go for it. All right, I was right. Hooray for being right sometimes. Svella, not a giant, no. Troll. How do I check, D? Oh, I just look and it will say entered this turn. Yeah, I just look at each one. That's fair. Because like this one, no, it doesn't say it anymore, but it would have. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. We're almost at natural Svella activation without even making a Manolith. Maybe chumping Sentinels was about being able to Glade Warden, but we're not worried too much about the Glade Warden with our sneaky Run Ashore in hand. Good trick, D. I'll remember that next time I'm trying to remember if I played a land or not. A little clunky if your board is full of lands, but it does get the job done. Bergie Boy pinning us down. We passed a couple of those.
All right, everyone, chill.
And now we can play a forest. We can send in the Rootless U. And then we've got Svella activation. And we got 3 mega expensive instant speed abilities here. Run Ashore, Invader, and Svella. Let's see if they're willing to attack into Svella activation. Maybe with the Mistwalker. That sound you hear is my wife vacuuming. Those of you who've been around all week, I was excited that we got vacuum bags in earlier this week so we can clean our house again. Yay, clean your house. Just the Mistwalker. We'll just take this, see what Like, if Papa goes for some serious pumping here, we can just do the run ashore. Let's see how far Papa wants to push it before we decide whether we're running ashore here. Just the one pump, huh? Somewhat inclined to Svella, but we do just get an undersea invader. We should probably just take the sure thing. Although this is a free card. I do like me some free cards. I'll go for the free card. Let's see what happens. Gotta pull the slot machine. Battle of Frost and Fire. Not at its best here, but it does... Yeah, like, it does not do... It takes out the Sentinel. Check out how bad Frost and Fire is against this deck. Wowie. So maybe we just want an Ice Hide Troll? Kills Svella? That's no good. Yeah, we're going to take a Ice Hide Troll. Trolls sound like they're out of Star Wars. Chewbacca trolls. Yes, Vorinclex would double the ring counters. Not anymore. Take these broken rings and learn to tap again. Broken Wings on Mistwalker seems a bit of all right. And we can hold Run Ashore, Undersea Invader, and Broken Wings. Send the Rootless U. Maybe send the Outrider 2. We're at 9. What are we going to do on defense? I guess we need a little more defense. I'm going to keep the Outrider back, but we'll send in the U. I think off-screen Ryan is Hat's least favorite Ryan. Makes him nervous. Telegraphs, we've got other things to consider given not playing the Vorinclex, but Vorinclex also has Trample and Haste, so I don't feel compelled to play the Vorinclex right now. We're also not doing anything that does anything with counters right now. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we use 3 to make a Manalith, we end up with 4 and then a 5. And with 5, we can save the Ice Hide Troll and Broken Wings. So that's our mana allotment here. Make a pillar, break a wing, save a troll. Oh, Bergie. Let's see where this goes. Taking all of our Bergies, too. I'm so mad at Papa taking all of our stuff. Well, we were going to tap Svella anyway. Unfortunately, Svella doesn't untap, but we still get the bulk of our plan in effect. Please warden up the walker more. Come on, put more counters on that walker. You know you want to. Just do it. What else are you gonna do with that sentinel? You got that Kinseeker's doing nothing? Do it. Do it, Papa. Big Mistwalker is clearly the way to go. Papa. Yes! Yes! I'm just gonna do it now. Boom! Ha! Gotcha! Sorry, Papa, that's rude if you're watching this, but I'm doing that like you're not watching this. I would have done the same thing. I think you were right to move in on that. So now if we go Vorinclex, we've got no amount of power over there that can kill it. We can send Outrider and Vorinclex and leave up Double Snow Icehide Troll on D. I think I'll do that. Could leave Outrider 2. Are we just dead to, like, yeah, maybe I don't want to leave myself dead to Icehide Troll being tapped down. So I'm going to leave the Outrider back and just send Vorinclex. I'm too klexy for my deck. Too klexy for my deck. So klexy it wrecks. Threaten lethal with troll pump. Yeah, but then they have... But let's say we do that. We threaten lethal, and we force them to chump with the Kinseekers, and then we're, like, tapped out staring at a lethal crackback, right? Yeah, this is going to get 1 counter. Still giving Outrider a block. Papa is searching for greatness. Again, not unplayable, just has a wide spectrum of impact, and its floor is a little weak. Floor is weak enough that it's not a priority, but it's not also, like, unplayable. Just wildly variant. All right, here's why we're playing Arnie Slays, right? I mean, it's not perfect in this deck, but we're gonna... Let's see, maybe we go... Yeah, we could also just run ashore here and really put him in a tough spot, too. But I think we should just slay the Burgie. Try to. All right. We even get... Check out this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot Vorinclex speeds up your own sagas. So we can... Yeah, we could have used the Invader. I forgot about that. But let's go ahead and pump up our Outrider and use the Outrider. And 4 counters. So dumb. And now can we run ashore, win? Maybe we run ashore... send all and then run ashore... Definitely sending this. Oh yeah, run ashore Arnie is exciting too. So if we send everything and we bounce the Kinseekers, or like, Yeah, I didn't. They had open mana, so I was hesitant to put it on the Trampler because I didn't want Vorinclex to die. All right, so do we do it now? If we run ashore these two, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're basically dead. Yeah, they're dead if we just run ashore these two. It doesn't even really matter. Any two of these get it done, but this is the most, the biggest toughness, so we'll get rid of that. I get it, but when we're talking about trample, it's just that's what I said, true, that either of those two would have done it, right? We could have bounced any of those two blockers and it would have done it. But my baseline heuristic when you're working with trample on an attack is to bounce the high toughness. It didn't matter there, but that's the heuristic that guided the decision eventually.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feel?
Kaldheim is mine. That locks up the Kaldheim championship for Team Spain, but it does not lock up the week. So keep coming, chat. Let's see if Dominate can bring it even. Well, if 6 and 1 was a win, I guess 5 and 2 would be a tie, right? So if you win out here, we tie. I guess I got to win one more to really, truly. But tie goes to the home team, right? So that's going to be my assumption. Good games, Papa. No, Shimmerdrift Veil gives us a couple of color options. We're a little light, but with the glimpse, we're going to keep here and put Shimmerdrift on blue and try to glimpse our way out of it with land draws. Ooh, not bad. In fact, I'm going to just go ahead and play the Finn. Perhaps glimpse next turn. We'll have more. One turn more of information is good. All right, found some land even. I'm going to start with a glimpse though. If we find, I don't know if we have other ETB tapped lands. I guess we don't. But that would be a reason to do it this way. Oh, we do. Look at that. There you go. Just like that, found one. And got to take a land anyway. So let's go ahead and take the tapped one since we also have the double green. I'm going to stay back on D against the Boros aggro, although Helm on Shieldmate is a little tough. We have to decide whether we're blocking or not, but I'm going to say no attacks. Finn is a decent blocker at the moment. We'll see if the equipment scene allows Finn to stay a good blocker. Ooh, Mists could be good in trying to keep alive here. Kind of just want to find some red for this battle. We're awkwardly unable to cast anything in hand because it's all expensive right now. I could Mists. Maybe I'm supposed to, but with Battle, I kind of am inclined to just take a little damage here and see if we can't clean up after finding some red. Got 7 ways to find red. Maybe I missed the Berserker here. It's not a vehicle, but still don't feel like we should use it. Struggle is interesting. Let's struggle away this Courser. That's something to do at least. And now we got to decide whether we want to trade for that 5/1. I think we offer Finn on the shield mate, take the 5, or if they go for a combat trick here, it's all good if we can just get to battle. One time mountain. Awkward. This is like all of our expensive stuff. I mean, we intentionally have some expensive stuff because we have some good ramp. We have 3 rings, but this is a 3-ring circus without a 5th source of mana. Mists on the Braggart is okay, but they're about to get out of range on Braggart with Battle, so now I'm feeling like, ugh. Mountain off the top and we make it interesting. Anything less, though, and we're in trouble. Even a basic land. I guess a basic land off the top gives us Bergstrider and some time. All right, we'll take it. Bergstrider tapping down Braggart to keep it from getting out of battle range. Or, yeah, I kind of have to do that. I mean, I know that Hammer is creating a... yeah, maybe actually I can't. I have to go... I have to do this and make him move the hammer. Yeah, tap the 4/4. I guess that's the trick, right? We do that. Can't tap the Braggart. That was the bottom line. And so then we got to do this. Unfortunate. I really want to cast Glimpse, but we just can't. This is a must block. Exactly. Well, that was a really unfortunate sequence for us. I mean, good job, Nate, but that was our deck coming at the wrong order. I mean, that is just the worst chunk of our deck to draw all at once. Now, I did start on 2 lands, so in a sense, I signed up for that with my keep, but you can't not keep that. You got to do that. Yeah, red aggro decks are good, true, but come on, that was an unusual combination of, here, let's give you just enough land to not cast all your important stuff in hand and give you no tools at low levels. Yeah, Nate, good job. I'm just a little tilty because our deck really served up a stinker of a draw there. I will take almost any other non-mulligan draw would have been better. Manthril. I mean, yeah. That was perfectly imperfect drawing. Kind of tease drawing. This is a hand. I mean, it doesn't even have any bombs in it. We got to bind a Yeti, but it's got all three of our colors and stuff to do. Right now, something to do on 3 would be nice. That's about all we're missing from this hand is action on 3. Hey, look, action on 3. Sometimes your deck delivers exactly what you ask for. So you're going to go Mountain, Ring, and then on 4, we're going to go Land, Outrider. Or Land, Bind, Yeti. I guess we can just bind that Thought Thief and get in. Let's see if this gets countered, maybe. Nope. Landing the Outrider. Does it die? What's going on here? Behold!
Behold! Behold! Whoa! Hell yes, whoa!
It would be a heck of a Tethered Shadow if they find one. That'd be funny, Dominate. Yeah, if we can get Vorinclex going, it would help Finn's chances at ending the game. Everybody's got all my Burgies.
All right, everyone, chill.
Everybody taking my Burgies like they're theirs and not mine. Annoying. If we can go ring number 2 Yeti. That seems fine here. And let's see, do we offer up Finn? No, we're not looking to threaten to win with Finn. I would rather just block on defense if we're going to look to trade Finn off. Uh-oh, broken wings.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
I'm just thinking about you and how underwhelming you have been for us this event, and maybe you're just underwhelming in the format because there's too many giants and shapeshifters going around, but like right now this isn't even something we want to cast. We're just going to try and get there with Frost Peak. We can send Outrider though, and if they want to double, that's okay. 3 open mana and a lot of cards says maybe they've got a trick up their sleeve. Yeah, it really was. This is really about aggro protection. That's fair. Oops, no, that's the one I don't. I'm going to all attack and back it off. There we go. No, we never. Wait, did we? There was one game where we were praying for a red source to cast the battle. Maybe that was it? I can't remember. Ha! Demonic Gifts is going to get the battle we didn't want to cast anyway. All right. Yeah, I think that was our final prayer, in fact, is like, well, mountain or bust, and it was bust. Yeah, I did a Sphella, and we had battle revealed on the Sphella, and it would have killed 2 of our creatures and our opponent's Sentinel. That's it. So we've not had battle at the right time this event so far. It has been a non-card. Well, we're offering again. I don't know what this is, but yeah, once the giant showed up, once we had to trade off our giant, it was real bad because we had a Burgie that was supposed to survive our own rare. Yeah, this sure feels like either a Jarl here or something. But again, really the main thing we're trying to do is get there with Frostpeak Yetis and make them use their resources here. But feels like this Outrider is about to die. Sandbag, land, we don't have card draw. They have black and therefore might be playing Skull Raid. I'll sandbag the forest. Finn proving pretty important here in that Finn threatens to trade off for the 4/4 and keep us ahead on the race. If they get rid of the Finn, we might have bigger troubles. Foretelling the World. One of those has to be a Skull Raid. All right, I guess they could have just cast it if it was a Skull Raid, though. I'm not sure what these are. But I am going to accept this offer if they'll take it. Action, please. That's action-y. That is action-y right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will play the forest out as well so that we have 8. Might as well do this first. I don't know what kind of pay X counters there are, but why not? Right now, 2 copies of Starnheim Unleashed would be absolutely acceptable.
Hey, Stella! Can't you hear me yell?
Behold! Behold! Whoa! Hell yes!
Also,
whoa.
we had to pass a bunch of Beholds. I don't think we have any, and we passed a bunch. I mean, I think they were all correct at the time. Like, we took Vorinclex over one, that kind of thing, but rough to not really have any card drawing beyond Glimpse in this deck. But if Sphella untaps, that's some serious card draw. Only 8 mana, but it's like card draw. No Sphella for us. But it keeps the Frostpeak heading towards victory. Not loving our chances to connect 3 times with it, though. I think a lot of power in that Behold. Jamulet. Another of our stolen cards. all the cards in the draft belong to me, of course. All right, well, now where are we at on the race? The Frostpire takes out the Jarl next turn, but we take 7, so we're on a 2-turn clock here. Well, I still think we have to attack. Oh, I've had that attitude my whole gaming life, Hat. It didn't take winning the Invitational to feel like all of you are jerks taking my stuff. So the idea here is they don't have anything big, says playing a Dread Rider. All right, so maybe we're dead. Just drawing too much non-gasoline here. But not dead yet if we can find some defense of some kind. But we need to basically fire off the land and get a blocker to boot. Hey, that's a little on the perfect side of town. Excellent. Maybe we have a chance. This is going to have us lose 3, but they can't have us lose 3 without not attacking. So we Strider down the biggest thing. We can block the other thing, and then we can manage the 3, whether it's via attack or drain. We could also, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Frostpire. If we spend 2, then we only have 7 left. I can't really Frostpire then. If we want, because we need to make Yeti unblockable to get past the Rider. That just has to happen, which means we have 7 mana, which means we have to Bergstrider. So I'm going to go attack Yeti. Bergie, the giant on the other side. And hope that this is enough. Cross your fingers if you're on my team. No! Stop with my Bergies! Oh my god, there was 100 Bergies in this draft and I only got 1 of them. Well played. Suddenly, Bergie into Bergie flips the script.
All right, everyone. Chill.
Wowie. I really thought we had it, thanks to drawing the Bergstrider, and of course the thing that makes us not have it is Mienthril drawing a Bergstrider. Gosh. Although, check out the Yeti doing its job. You don't want this to be the card you have doing the job, but it is doing the job we asked it to do. Just not this turn, unfortunately. Hey! 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 How do we use this? Basically, Dread Rider has plenty of fodder. Probably hold it on D and wait to see how they go for attacks. I mean, we could go for, like, because we could bounce, bounce 2 blockers, and then it's a forced chump. But then they're still at 3, then they replay this Burgie, and we're in trouble. So I think we have to do this on their turn and try to use this to buy us an untap step. They can't move the giant amulet off of the Jarl, or we basically get a free dead Jarl. Yes, but the Rider can't activate now, right? Or if they activate Rider at end of turn, we could do that. But we're even okay on 2. Like, they activate this twice, and we're not dead. We're at 1, so we're actually okay with that. Frostfire for the Scry might be correct regardless, but we don't need that before untap, right? So I'm going to say no attacks, and end turn, they might go for the Rider play here, which we can then decide if we're doing something about, or if we can wait. If we let them untap, they get to Rider us again, but we have a plan, right? We have block, bounce, bounce. So unless this or this is something, we actually have the game, and I'm not sure what we're supposed to do to play around these two things. And I don't think playing the Run Ashore out now matters that way, but it does give us an extra 3 life to not let them Rider. And we can just kill the token, I guess. Yeah, you know, it makes sense to, because we also deny them a draw. Yeah, we'll leave the Burgie on board to square off with this one. And then, yeah, so I think we do. We Run Ashore now. And Owner's Library is going to be the Rider. We could bounce our own Burgie, yes, but I don't think we need to do that. I think we just want to kill their 4/4. So, Library, hand. Yeah, I'm not playing around things like counters. We just can't beat that. We're assuming that this is nothing and that this is not going to be good enough as a... Ooh, let's see, what can they get here? Another Burgie, maybe? Oh, God. Another Burgie. We still can. Or is that sorcery only? Oh, yeah, sorcery. Sorry. I need to read my lands.
Oh no, please!
And instead, just dead. Well played. Good job, Manthrill. You got me. I screwed that up. We didn't consider that land, and it was just game. It was on board. I hate those lands for that. Make you feel so dumb. Way to lose to the onboard trick, buddy. Yeah, the Disco Dragon, it didn't matter if we were frozen or not. We had no blockers for 7 points of attack. All right, well, chat is still holding on to their hopes to tie. I'm still holding on hopes that I don't have to give up any gems. And we're going to see who is looking to close it out. Mathcore Jay and the Bobster. All right, Jay, let's do this. Yep, got a couple of open gold buy-ins here. We've been working on that for a while. Yeah, like, I assume that Mathcore has 12 Bergstriders. How many Bergstriders were in this draft? Somebody go look that up. I mean, I've seen 7. Seems like 7 when your average should be like 2.8 or something per draft for a random common. Good games, Meanthril, except for the part where I lose to onboard tricks I'm not looking for. Great. Always makes you feel smart. I have been wrecked by Striders all day long, and I only have one of them. God, F you, Striders. Math, are you? What's up, buddy? I'm gonna skip you. No, we don't know if it's gonna be the same danger. Dang. Don't know if it's gonna be the same, but in case it is, we just chose to build up gold.
Mr. Plow!
Oh, Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
What is going on here? Math explaining coffee roasting to chat? Complaining about Bergstriders? I don't know. Okay, let's cancel it. Oh, okay, let's not. Okay, there we go. It is bugged as heck. Like our deck, don't like what's happening to it right now. Come on, deck, get there. Let's win this format and save our gems. Heck, chat can have the week even. Give me one more win. Are we screwed up again? All right, I'm gonna log out myself. Unless, yeah, this feels busted. Arena, putting the challenge in the friend challenge system since 2019. All right, we're doing it, I guess. And we'll keep this. A little bit light on action, but double ring means we can do all the stuff once we get there. Ha! Triple ring. It's the ring cycle. Although with the Fearless Liberator, I'm going to hold off on the ring for a sec here and drop Finn. You're late to the party, Finn. Really late. Would have been sure nice to have you one turn ago. Now we'll see if Math has something for the Finn, because it would be pretty good to get it out of the way of the Liberator. Well, Didn't find more land, so I'm going to ring it up. It's kind of the plan, though, Rob. I don't think it's suboptimal here. We have a lot of high drops that we're trying to ramp to. We just missed. We got, again, we've been drawing a little bit out of order. If we get Finn and 1 land here, then this looks great. We go Finn on 2, Ring on 3, Outrider on 4. Mwah, that's great. We just are having some tough luck with the draws these games here. Hopefully Math taps out and we still have Finn, and then we can do something like Ring Arnie. All right, we can do that. Playing this Forest, gonna drop this Ring, and then we could also just play a Mistwalker. I'm not saying it's out of the range of expectation. I'm saying our draws have been worse than one might expect for this deck today. I think that's not controversial. We've seen a couple spots where if our draw is just a tiny different, why not attack Finn? Because, I mean, Finn's here for defense. I don't know why you'd want to attack with Finn. You just want to go Walker? Yeah, we could just Walker here. I kind of like slaying trolls. They're slaying liberators while we are while shields are down over there. So I'm going to do that. Oh, sorry. We are. Yeah, but like, I just still don't understand. There's never been a spot where I've even thought of attacking with Finn against this approach. I don't know what point in time you thought of attacking with Finn, but it was probably wrong, or at least it's wrong in my book to be aggressive with Finn against red-black berserkers.
Come on, berserker. Girls think sexy.
My love for you is like a truck berserker.
Six in here. We're going to accept that. Three, 5 Finn. Super nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. If we ring, we end up with 5 mana, so we can go ring Outrider. Seems good. And staying back. Bind seems okay here. We can send in, let's bind something and then send in the Outrider. Maybe even bind the Kennel Master. Draugr can get back the Liberator. I don't know if we care that much. Recruiter or Kennel Master seems like the right bind. I suppose in either case, the Outrider is trading for a creature and... You like preventing the boast. The boast doesn't do much that's great here, but it's true that we still get basically Kennel Master and Berserker, and it deals less damage to us, so I'm in for that. That's fine. And with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we can play the Outrider and not anything else. If we send in the Fangbearer, if they want to kill that, it's a 2 for 1 or a 1.5 for 1. Both of these are 1.5 for 1s, and we get an Outrider behind. So I actually am fine with potentially sending both here and flipping the script on who is the beatdown. I'm going to do that. They can't kill it all here anyway. Seas is not the worst thing for us to see because it uses up a lot of Math's turn to do that, but I'm scared of the 4 cards they've now got. And this is quite the baity attack. It screams run amok to me since there was no blocking on defense. So I'm going to let the... I mean, we can take 7, so we're going to assume run amok and let this happen. Mistwalker pumping to 4/1 is the kind of thing that I would force the run amok on. Not a bad card for us. Now I got to decide, though. I think I'll leave the Finn back since we've got the Run Amok read. Then I can block Kennelmaster, and Run Amok it becomes a 2-for-1. They get some damage, but it's not the worst for us. So sending in the 2 Outriders, keeping back the Finn, and playing the Mistwalker and the Pyre. Yeah, 5-2 would be a tie. So chat is looking to hold on to their tie. This is me going on what people are telling me. I have not done the math on this. We're taking the offer. We'll see what else is involved in it. It's maybe safe to take, but like double run, I don't know. I'm just executing my plan. Radiantware wants to just take that. I'm gonna call the bluff. Is it a bluff? Maybe it was just a bluff. Let's see if this Finn dies before we untap. Stride to the bottom is good to see. Priest is okay. I guess they can get Finn with the other priest. Maybe that was the plan. Yeah. All right. Mirror Lake could be good for us in a turn. I think we just send now and presume we can survive a crackback. You like Frostpire and Swing? I didn't like putting damage on the Outriders because then they trade for the Kinseekers, but maybe it was time to Frostpire. We could... Yeah, it doesn't really matter which of these we do. This is fine. Well, let's pump Mistwalker once. If we're not doing the Frostpire, we should just max pump here. And I don't think we are, so I'm just going to max pump. I think this puts Jay in a tough spot. Frostpeak doesn't do it. All right, got another win.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
That should lock up my victory in the format, but it creates a fun final game here. Good game, Jay. Down to the anchor player. It's Rock Bobster. coming in. Well, were you the other black? So you were playing some black. I mean, both of your seats were the black was flowing, so you must have been the only two, right? Bobster looking to preserve a weak victory for chat. Yeah, maybe I had it wrong. Maybe everybody was in black. It sure felt like black was going late, though. So if you all were in black, I don't know how that was working exactly. More awesome sauce in the friend challenge system, perhaps? Good guess, Animosity. Somebody's got to be playing that, what's her name? 5-drop, white, green, go wider. Maya, thank you. The old start and stop. I heard that finish. I heard that draw waiting for us. Well, if Rock is restarting, I'll do the same, and hopefully that will clear it all up. Make me an offer, Lucian. Make me an offer. Everything's for sale in the end. Yeah, right, Hat? Why can't we say pal? Don't tell me. Don't tell me if you know. All right, we're going to keep this on the strength of Mistwalker, struggle on 2, and battle eventually. On the play, I don't love it. We could get mana screwed here, but we're going to take a chance. All right, Ring is good to see if we can find just the one more land. So come on, deck, deliver us a basic, please. We want a basic land so we can drop Ring on 3. That would be excellent. No excellence for us. Instead, we take on the bad side of some of the risk we adopted. Sure, that's a thing that could happen. Need a basic land now or totally done for? All right, not totally done for, but we're still in bad shape to the point that I think we go Mistwalker here. If Bobster doesn't have anything to augment these, Mistwalker at least holds off 2/1s, and then next turn we can Ring and struggle. I'm not loving the chances of this working. I mean, Mistwalker dying is like almost GG for us, but we're going to make him have it. And I don't mind our keep. We just got some more rough-ish luck. I mean, not finding your third land on a 2-lander is hardly unusual. But here we go. Good luck in that Bob didn't have an instant answer for the Mistwalker, so we're getting a little bit of time here. And assuming they continue to not have answers, struggling Mistwalker and killing a 2-1 actually gives us a 2-5 that can block Hulk and Carve. So that's the plan now. The pause is explainable by the ability to crew the Carve, so I'm not expecting like a shock or some 1-mana thing here. All right, we got a wall. Is it going to be enough? Bobster can go land hunting. With the Carve, we're going to block since they didn't show anything to augment a 2-1 to take out the Mistwalker last turn. We're going to assume they don't have anything to augment a Carve this turn. So we can Svella, or we can Replicating Ring, and trouble with Replicating Ring is we don't do anything else, but it does set us up to Battle of Frost and Fire, and currently we're holding. So I'm going to go over the Replicating Ring. We need our mana. Yeah, it could be, hopefully it is. Hopefully it's just a crap ton of dwarves next turn, and then the Battle of Frost and Fire does some work for us finally. Hasn't yet this event. Like, not this event at all. Triple Ring. No. I'm just trying to pass to blockers. That's all. Just want to block. All right. Dump out a bunch of battle vulnerable creatures, please. No? Stuck on color, I suppose. And now we get 6 mana. That's interesting. 6 mana. We can hold Run Ashore. We can Svella... And just might want to Outrider, though. These Outriders survive the battle and actually threaten to eat these things. So let's see if a Outrider gets some stuff done here. I don't like Run Ashore, Carve Hulk when they have not shown any combat tricks that can stop us. Stop an Outrider. Now it's a 3-ring circus. If we play this, we can drop Yeti, but Yeti dies to the battle. So I'm just going to play another Outrider. We could start attacking now, I suppose. Maybe if we send in the Outrider, we can trade off for the Hulk and then battle and get the Carve. I'm going to try sending the Outrider and see if we can get a reasonable battle off with that. And I'm going to send both, knowing that if they take, we can just drop the other Outrider. I don't want to Run Ashore yet. I want to save that, I think. I'm going to try and get value from the battle. That's okay. So then I'm going to go with Ring Svella here. Although I kind of want to battle before we Svella. So I'm just going to go, actually I'm going to go with another Outrider. Oh, Rock Bobster gets a second color. Well, that's not fair. Probably a Doomscar up here would explain the willingness to trade off creatures. So I would expect Doomscar, which we saw in the draft, which is why I'm calling it. It's not a complete random guess. We passed a Doomscar in the draft and have been saying, watch out when you see white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5. We play a ring, we have 5 available. That's not run ashore, but can still do that. Still play a ring. I guess we could run out yet. I'm just assuming we're up against a Wrath effect, so I'm not gonna. I really don't want to deploy more to the board. Yeah, holding the run ashore to save our stuff potentially. I like that. So we're gonna just send in. Thank you for the sub. Ooh, interesting. So we could save that here, but that's okay. We're gonna let this happen too, I think. But now I'm wondering if we should ring Svella and not worry about the battle, and just worry about the battle after they solve our Svella issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ring 6, 5, 4 gives us 5. So we can actually do this once and still do ring Svella. This could lead right into planes, destroy everything, but I'm still okay with that. We get to drop the Yeti after that and try to close with it, and we have run ashore and battle. But there's some risk here. But also, Bobster needs to find another planes. They drew their first one last turn. No guarantee they just find a planes on top. But if another planes comes down, I would expect Doomscar. Yeah, there you go. If somehow one of these isn't Doomscar and we can untap with the run ashore, that's great. But I'm not expecting that here. Getting away against Doomscar with just a 2-for-1 is okay too. It's a pretty good 2. One of them is pretty darn good, but we'll see. Yeah. Must be nice, Bobster, drawing your second planes right on time 18 turns into the game. Of course. You're late, Arnie. But we'll play a Frostpeak Yeti here. Maybe we get to slay something with it next turn and then get it out of battle range. That would be cool. It's all we got, realistically. I don't think so, Radiantware, because specifically they had to draw planes. Like, I mean, if we get even one turn with Svella, I think it was worth it. And they literally needed to top deck a planes there. So I think putting them on top deck planes was okay. Yeah, we might have to play Arnie and use the up to feature to not fight anything and just get a big Arnie or big Yeti. Do you think we could have forced him to Doomscar for just the Mistwalker anyway? I'm not sure. I like that. Now we have something for Arnie to slay. And we should be able to run ashore as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can slay and run ashore. That seems pretty good. I mean, if they're playing Wings of the Cosmos or whatever, wow, how lucky you got to actually find a spot to make it work. But it's not unplayable. It's just pretty underpowered for the format. Well, there is a pause, so now I need to think about it. Could be a verdict, though, because they could target their own mob with the verdict. I'm going to do it, though. It's not a crew pause. This is 3, and this is only 2, so it's not a crew pause. I think it's a verdict pause. And if it is a verdict pause, should we hold? It still dies anyway to Arnie Slays. We could save the Frost Peak and send back the mob if we want. We could just let it happen and then battle and we get the mob. Yeah, verdict hit even with counters. That's kind of my point. But we would get the life. I don't think we want to do that, though. I'm going to say, I mean, this has got to be a verdict. And the question is, when and what are we trading and why? But yeah, we could definitely run ashore the battle if we wait. A lot of reasons to wait here. But battle is going to kill the Frost Peak, although not after Chapter 2. So yeah, let's all told say no attacks. Might have to run ashore here, though, ahead. Like, yeah, I kind of just like run ashore both of these, and then if they want to replay Carve, they don't have the verdict. Oh, sorry, I thought I got to choose after the fact. I clicked without looking, but I really wanted to leave them Carve in hand. Although, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's good. So we get to... now, if we battle, it means we can get in. But they'll still be able to untap and verdict this. So there is that. Yeah, I'm just saying I didn't even look, True. I meant to actually do it deliberately, and I just guessed. I just 50-50'd that. That's my point. So yeah, we're never... Like, the verdict is just getting the Yeti. There's not much we can do about that. So I kind of like just sending here, battling, or even battling and sending... We could also hold, I suppose, and threaten to block the Carve. You know, they are going to get a creature to accrue it, and it would prevent the verdict from working. All right, let's do this and at least get the Braggart. Sorry, Brett. Brett had a better line, it seems, because I've caused Brett some pain. You wanted to wait and get the mob? It's all right. This scry should be some big help. Well, we're blocking. I think we're blocking. I mean, we can't take, right? You say, don't block? Oh, Oh, that's true. I do gain 5. Yeah, that's fair. Sorry. I was all about this and forgot about this chapter. So we'll say take. Okay. Now, the third chapter, that's a lot of good stuff. Let me read the third chapter. Whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater this turn, draw 2 cards and discard. So I might want to hold the forest to discard. We've got all sorts of mana. So let's hold the forest for discard. And then put Burgi on top into Morite. Well, Yeti doesn't pump. I don't know what you mean by that. I was talking about it'd be nice if it did. But that looks like a good stack. Yeah, I definitely like killing the pup here. And we get a scry, but we already know what's on top. Yeah, that's why we need to keep the forest, so because you have to discard. I'm keeping the forest to discard to the draw 2. But yes, exactly what order they're in doesn't really matter, but I do like getting rid of the pup here. With 8 rings, we've got plenty there. Now we're blocking with Yeti ahead of the big action we got coming. 8, 9, are any of these about to fire off? Oh yeah, that's going to replicate too. We're going to have endless rings. Unfortunately, I have to chump here, but... Or are we just dead? Oh, it'd suck if we were just dead here, but we could be. Man, you'd think this would be very well for us, but it's not. It's like tough. Force chump on the mob. I think Bobster's going to do it. We have this awesome stuff, but it's not in time. Double Burgi might be enough, yeah. Double Burgi is... No. Pass to blockers. I just want to block, right? No, mob kills us. To do what you just said would be GG. Double Burgi. Now we're the ones making Burgis work for us. Doesn't matter. We're tapping both of their creatures. But I guess we'll tap the flyer as the, if something goes horribly wrong, I'm not thinking of, that's the thing that just straight up kills us. No, we're going to cast Invader now so we keep the draw thing going. Now, if they got nothing, I mean, we're still not out of this. Like, we'll see. We got forced blocks, but then we're dead to the crackback. So we still need to draw something. But maybe we have it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I think we have it because, yeah, and we can mirror the Bergie and then we have it. Yeah. I forgot my own mirror lake this time. Oh, I should have copied the non-legendary one, but maybe it doesn't matter. It dies, but we'll keep this one and still tap this one. So pick the wrong one to copy, but it still does the job. Oh, they have the vehicle. Right. No, I think we still have it. So I screwed that up in terms of a long game plan, but it doesn't change it. We still get their Xaxes. They block our biggest, and then everything else gets through for Xaxes. Oh yeah, that Iron Verdict. Great. Well, Xaxes in my face. Great job, Bobster. You did it. Wowie, what a game. Boo! But yay, that was a great game. You just gotta accept that. Maybe I really misplayed that because of the carve. Like, let's re-examine that choice. Given the crew, if I had just gone for the kill, instead of bothering with the copy, then we would have been able, like, I want to view battlefield. So I think we could have had that because think this through here. We go ahead and send in. They do that whole play sequence, but we do end up with a Bergstrider behind and the land still. We can play the Finn, and we I guess we can't freeze it. Does the freezing work? Maybe the freezing doesn't work, and we still would have just died to the Valkyrie. I was thinking we could freeze this. So I guess no matter what, we were dead to the Valkyrie. That was just a good game. Yeah, copy doesn't freeze. Anything else I could have done? I think the verdict just got us. But yeah, good game to end the format on. Well done, Bobster. I thought I had you, I really did. And then you had just the right last spell. Top decked like a champ all over the place. I can't believe you beat that sequence of Chapter 3. But yes, if we had that as a, if the Bergie actually did the freezing trick, we could have got there. That was a fun turn to take. I just can't believe we lost. Here, I'll put it here. Chat wins the week. I win the format, and I keep all my gems in my hair, so that's a good day of Magic. Good job, chat. I liked my deck a lot, so getting 4 wins off it is good. I thought our deck was 4+ wins. I really thought I was going to win the week. So killing that mob was the line to win. In what, when could I have killed the mob? I don't understand. Oh, you mean way back and letting the doing another chapter? Yeah, maybe it was that was the pivotal point. Regardless, thanks YouTube friends. Hope you enjoyed that epic battles, and we'll catch you next week. Reminder for YouTube friends and live folks here: off Monday, probably off Tuesday after a second Pfizer dose on Monday. Probably back just on Wednesday for the big streamer preview event. Okay, thanks.